If your kids love riding fast ride-on vehicles, you probably thought about how to make them safer and more visible. That's exactly what we're doing today.
We finally fixed our Infento kit's motor problem and picked up 2 lighting kits that can make any ride-on toy look better and safer to ride at night.
So these light kits are made by Infento, but since they run on their own battery packs, they'll work on almost any ride-on toy or project. We'll show you how they look, how to install them, and if they're worth adding to a project of yours.
Let's light it up and take it for a drive. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Evan.
And I'm Ryan.
Welcome to the Bonding Blueprint.
So here's the plan for today. We're testing the fix for the hub motor issue and proving that this quad can finally drive like it should.
And we're giving it some personality with lights that make it look way cooler and safer for riding after the sun goes down.
We'll show you the quick fix that hopefully brings the motor back to life. We're going to unbox the 2 lighting kits and talk about how you could use them on almost any ride-on vehicle for better safety and visibility.
So pretty much, we're just going to fix the motor, add some cool lights, and see how it rides. Hopefully it rides. Because if it doesn't, then that's kind of sad.
That would be sad.
Yeah, it would be kind of sad.
Yeah. Then we'd have to contact support again.
Yeah.
So in our last quad build video, the hub motor made a strange rattling sound and it lost all torque.
It wouldn't move when I sat on it, so Dad reached out to Infento support.
They told us the rattling can happen when the hub sensors get out of sequence.
The fix they gave us was simple. Press the power switch 12 times fairly quick to enter calibration mode.
That's right, it does need to be a precise 12 times. I found a fast but countable pace worked best. The motor resets its 0 point to align the sensors, and after we did that, the hub motor seemed to work like normal.
If your kit is acting the same way, try those steps.
So Infento support docs on the website didn't list this fix in the how-to pages that we found. It took 7 days to get an answer from support for something that probably could have been in a frequently asked question document or how-to guide. Okay, so let's open up the modular lighting kit and check it out.
The kit comes with 2 lights. Also included are 2 color-changing discs. This is also so you can have 2 headlights, 2 brake lights, or 1 of each.
They also have 3 light modes: bright, standard, and flashing. This kit was $39.95 direct from Infento, and each light is charged using a USB 3 port.
These lights aren't just for looks. They make it easier for others to see your kids riding after the sun goes down.
Okay, so in order to install the modular lighting system, first we'll go over how it's mounted to Infento, the Infento rails. Now there's a 1.0 and a 2.0 version of the Infento system. This kit comes with the slide nuts for both the 1.0 and 2.0. Okay, so regardless of what you're mounting this to, you have to attach this light to this kind of bracket here. And it has teeth on the end, and that'll mate up to some of the other pieces. And that allows you to rotate it and spin it. But these 2 pieces kind of go together just like this. And then a bolt's going to attach these 2 pieces together. And then that's what allows you to open it and close it or tilt it up and down. Okay, so if you're going to mount the light to the Infento rail system, you need to be able to attach it to the front of one of these aluminum rails. And that's where this piece comes in. And you'll see that groove that I just showed you on the aluminum rail. There's a matching groove on the back of this black plastic piece. And what that does is that sits right inside this rail. Let me get it in focus. And then you can see it allows for placement on the rail, but also allows you to slide this up and down the rail as needed. So you can really position the light exactly where you want it. All right, so take the smallest and thickest of the bolts. It's the M8 size, those familiar with the Infento kit. Put it into the little bracket that's attaching to the light, and then onto the slide rail bracket. And you'll see the teeth here allow you to be able to, as I mentioned, kind of turn and really fine-tune position the light. Now take the slide nut appropriate for your version kit and just twist it on the end of the bolt, just like a quarter turn, half turn, just enough so it's on there, and then rotate it so it's aligned with that slide. Then and of course, if you're on a vehicle, you'll just take it, press it up against that aluminum rail in the little slot here. And you can see it kind of slides right into place. And almost you can feel it kind of click right in there. Let me grab the Allen wrench here, appropriate for this size. All right. And then what you're going to do is just tighten that bolt down. And let me get this back in focus. And so you can see right down the rail, you can see that slide nut that we put in there turns and locks into place. And so as you tighten it down, that slide nut is what holds this bracket up into the rail. So we'll just tighten this down appropriately. Okay, and now we'll attach the light onto this little bracket here. So as I mentioned before, you just kind of take this and place it right up against the bracket. And then you'll take the small, this is the M6, and put it into the hole here and then slide it through. And then holding onto it, you'll put the lock nut here on the other side. And the plastic itself has the lock nut indentation for it. So you can slide that lock nut into the plastic. So you don't need to use a wrench to tighten this down. It actually sits just in the plastic. So you hold that bolt head, the nut, and then take the Allen wrench, the smaller one, and just tighten that down. And then once you get it roughly in place, you kind of want to, at this point, tighten it down, get that light into position where you want it, how you want it oriented. If you want to rotate it, now is the time because you can get access to the bigger bolt in the back to spin the assembly. So I start kind of tightening it down a little bit, and with a lock nut, you got to kind of work it in there. Okay, so now you get your light tightened down and it's on your Infento ride. And you can push the little button in the back to turn the light on and then zoom around. Brum, brum, brum. Yeah, luckily it doesn't make that noise. If you want to mount the light onto, say, the end of one of these rails, you could elevate it, want it in a different position. Maybe you didn't have a rail available to mount it where you wanted to. Take this little disc, put a washer behind it, flip it upside down and get it kind of over the little hole there on the plastic end. And then, taking that same bracket that we use to mount the light to and the appropriate size bolt. I find the smallest one is that has plenty of teeth on here to grab the whole thing. So then you just kind of tighten that down really quick and get that rotated into the position you're after. And then you can mount your light to it just like before. All right. And then otherwise, if you wanted to mount this to anything, let's say you had another ride, a plastic cover to it, same kind of thing as before, except, you drill a hole into, say, your plastic fairing or whatever you're going to attach this to, and then choose an appropriately sized bolt to kind of go through whatever surface you're mounting this to. And then you've got the same assembly to be able to attach the light to it, and you're good to go. So you can really put this on anything you want. All right, now we're going to look at the LED light strip kit.
It's an LED strip with a remote control and battery pack. You can use the remote to change the colors and effects.
So it's powered by a small rechargeable power bank and costs $29.95. The cool part is it's not tied to the Infento battery, so you can use it on scooters, bikes, or any other ride-on that you might have. Okay, so we're going to talk about quickly just installing the LED light strip into or onto one of the Infento aluminum rails. So just take the battery pack. On the back of the battery pack, it's got this, that same kind of almost slide nut looking thing. So you kind of push it in there and then twist the battery pack. Again, you can see that kind of locking into that rail. And it holds pretty good. It's pretty tight. Yep, then you just take the LED strip and you kind of just align it right with that little groove on the side of your aluminum rail and just press it into it. It's actually a pretty tight fit. And if you look at the end here, you can kind of, let me get that in focus there. So you can kind of see there's a little lip on the end of the LED light, and that keeps it from going into the rail, but it lets it sit just outside of it. Then just plug your USB into the battery pack, and there you go. And then you can use the remote control to control the LED strip. Turn it on, turn it off, and the red button on the battery pack will also turn it on and off manually. It does come with this rubber wire holder that comes in the regular Infento kit too. And I guess you could use that for some reason to hold this little USB. You know, when you can actually mount it into the rail and then it holds the cord. The way I feel this would be useful is if you had like a big USB extension kit, you could actually, use that to hold that USB extension wire in place. It doesn't really seem like it serves much of a purpose on this because it's such a short wire.
Okay, moment of truth. We'll get this downstairs and take it for a test ride.
That's right, and we'll see how the lights work during the day and the night. I'm sure it'll be a lot easier to see Evan when the lights are flashing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, some quick thoughts after the ride. So the motor fix seems solid so far. If it slips again or has other issues, we'll update in the pinned comments. The modular lighting system adds some serious visibility, especially the flashing mode. Even if I worry, it's going to give somebody a seizure. It does help me feel better about Evan riding outside by himself. The LED strip is cool and makes the quad stand out, but for visibility, the modular lights win out by a mile.
If you ride after the sun sets, these LEDs will really help cars see you. The LED strip under the quad is awesome.
Okay, some downsides now that we've had more time with the kit. The online support documents could be a lot more thorough. I'd rather they include all the troubleshooting info so families can fix simple stuff fast and not need to wait a week for support to tell you what to try.
It kind of stinks. Each light add-on has its own battery and needs to be charged separately.
Agreed. It is a little annoying to park it and need to plug in 4 different batteries instead of just one. Part of me wishes they ran off the Infento battery, but that would also sacrifice the ability to use these on other projects, which is a big draw for me.
I'm going to keep riding and testing the kit. We'll comment with any updates after more time with it.
Okay, so it's that time at the end of the video where we talk about the all too important like button. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
It helps other families find these videos and supports our channel so we can make more content like this. See you next time. Explosion. Tiggy loves y'all.